Good morning and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot, and good morning from George as well. He's been quite vocal this morning. So he says hello. So let's see what is happening with August the 11th. This is the full moon in Aquarius, and it's depending on where you are in the world, it may be August the 12th, very early in the morning. So it will just depend on where you are. So let's have a look. I think I'm getting sick, which I kind of have been expecting because this full moon is actually directly opposing my midheaven, which is interesting. And sometimes when you can feel big shifts happening, energy shifts, that's when you get a cold or something like that coming through. So I can feel that coming in. The Nine of Swords, a lot going through your mind at this moment. Could be like sleepless nights. This moon could definitely keep you awake. The Nine of Pentacles, lots of nines happening, but there may be a lot of independent thought or thoughts of independence and freedom and doing things on your own terms. So there could be a lot of that sort of thing coming through as well. The Three of Cups, there's celebration around this as well, which is really nice. The Knight of Pentacles, everything's doesn't have to move fast though. This is a slow moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles. We're thinking about stepping into the future with the Knight of Pentacles slowly, and the Seven of Pentacles. Thinking a lot. There's a lot of Taurian energy. We do have the Five of Swords coming in, which is conflict inside your mind or some kind of conflict with the Nine of Swords there, which is, your logical mind is having is not understanding it, something here, or there's something that's kind of stressing you or some sort of conflict. But the rest of the cards are all really good. It's all really slow, grounded. You don't have to make sense of this straight away if it's not fully clear. For some of you it is. But then when it does actually ground down into something that feels like it's something tangible and something possible, that's when you're celebrating. That's when you've got all these seeds. Look at all these seeds with the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. There's this abundance here that's coming in. So you're celebrating this abundance that you're sensing or feeling around you at this moment in time, these opportunities. And so like the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, they're both very, you've got something here, something really wonderful that you're connecting to in your life, which is really, really a sense of feeling a lot of gratitude. And I feel like it's kind of like there right in front of you. It's been there all along. So it's either connecting to the people around you or something that you really love around you, or just feeling like there's this sense of abundance around you, like you've got a lot to offer and give. So it can come in so many different forms, but it could also just feel like an incredibly fertile space. Perhaps it just has this sense that it could be a very sensual energy. You might be feeling it through your senses and through your body, but your mind is kind of like, and your body's like, oh, yes, yes, this is all grounding down and feeling really good. So, it's kind of interesting. And it's like the element of air is in a very different space to the element of earth. But yes, very incredibly abundant and fertile energy coming in with all these seeds that are like, how are we going to plant it, and where could this might be a pivot in terms of directions that you're thinking about things. And there's a lot of potential for growth here, especially on a longer term energy here. The Knight of Pentacles always looks longer term, feeling happier about where something's going further down the track. And so some of the things that are coming in now, it just has this lovely sense of strangely abundance grounding down. But then there's this weird, over here, the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So it feels like there's two very distinct, different energies. And that's kind of what I felt with this full moon in general, because it's like the higher realm, the spiritual realm, is laden with opportunity, and it's a very fertile space. There's a lot opening up into that realm. But if you come down to your little 3D realm, into your human mind, your mind is like feeling stressed or worried. It can't see things. It can't, or there's conflict inside your mind. For some of you, your mind can be clear. That's fine. But it just depends on which level of energy you're kind of tuning into, because there's two totally different levels here. And one is kind of not clear and full of conflict, and one is like, oh, isn't this wonderful? There's all this amazing energy here and laden with possibilities and a very fertile space. So it's, yeah, I think the differences are going to be between these two different layers of frequency and energy are going to become quite apparent. But yes, when you step up into this lovely, it's interesting because I'm feeling this abundance. This fertile space is actually up in that, interestingly, in the Aquarius energy, which is spirit, but it's coming across as the earth realm. So there's something that this energy is starting to come and integrate down into earth. And so when you start feeling that energy, and this was activated with that triple conjunction at the start of August, it's all starting to ground down now. And that's when you can start feeling it integrating and processing, when you're opening up to new things and that you previously might not have. So yeah, it's quite an interesting process, what's happening here. So that's it. That's looking forward to seeing where this goes, this journey. But I do feel like this is a huge opportunity for the integration of that higher consciousness that was activated. And it was activated in the sign of Taurus. So we're seeing so much Taurus with this earth here, slow and steady, patient, things grounding down into the earth. So yeah, it's actually, if you connect to that energy, it feels really, really lovely. So yeah, it's just going to take a little while for this to also process into your mind and logically make sense. So that's it. I actually think it's really a fascinating energy. So we'll see where this is going, but that's the energy for the full moon in Aquarius that's coming through. So thanks for joining me and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.